The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. Excited, thrilled to be here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm so lucky. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Boston Celtics going up against the Indiana Pacers. Checking out the Pacers, they have to be pleased with the way things have gone for them this season, winning 3 of their first 4 games. They've been a confident-looking team since the end of the preseason. And the topic here, prior to tip-off, so many teams in the league going up-tempo these days. Kenny, as a player, did you like that style? I'm assuming you had to love it.
Because the one thing about playing up-tempo, Ernie, it brings you back to the roots of the game, why you started playing. If you ever go to a pickup game, you ever go to a park game, no one's stopping play and calling plays. They're going up and down. The big fella Shaq, when he first came into the league, the first thing I saw was him grab the ball coast to coast in the All-American game. That's what players want to do and people want to see.
You know, that was a great example, Kenny, but towards the end of my career and most of my career, I was honestly more of a half-court player. I was pretty fast for my size, but my strength was my biggest edge. In the half-court, barbecue chicken alert. I had to put that work in, Ernie.
That about wraps it up for here. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you again later.
That's the 5th barbecue chicken alert.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my colleagues Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Well, it was the Indiana Pacers in their last game, a loss to the Pistons at the Palace of Auburn Hills. And that was a real body blow for them. They got taken apart both offensively and defensively.
And they had to be sensational defensively on that night to compensate for the fact that they just couldn't find a rhythm offensively.
Well, I don't think they're really built to play those kind of grinded-out, low-scoring games. It just doesn't seem to be in their DNA to me.
It'll be the Celtics up the tip. So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. Dimes is out there with Olynyk. Then it's Allen. Then there's Brown. And it's the chosen one in at the 5. Here's Dimes. That's good. Dimes got the first points of the night for Boston.
And guys, we've seen teams hire college coaches with no NBA experience before. It hasn't always worked out, but for Boston, they have to be very pleased with Brad Stevens.
Here's the chosen one, covered by Miller. The chosen one passes to Allen. Pocket 6. Here's the chosen one. Drills it from outside. The chosen one's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Miller outside. Indiana moving the ball around. Rain Man passes to Hibbert. Puts up a 3. And it's Artest missing. We've seen a quick start here for the Celtics. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
Proficient in that game at the offensive end of the floor. I mean, their passing was dynamic, and their shot selection was superb.
You do those, you know the result. Move the ball like they did and take smart, good shots. You're coming away with a lot of wins.
Now, here's Olynyk. An 11-point game for him in the win against San Antonio.
You know, and in watching that game, he did a really nice job of passing the basketball, scoring, and setting up his teammates.
Rebound by Olynyk. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. The drive by Allen. There's the 3. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Boston.
And they lost the season series against this squad last year, so trying to bounce back here tonight.
Yeah, and 2 mid-tier teams trying to get a leg up in the conference, guys. We'll see what happens.
Here's the chosen one after Indiana gets the 3. Over to the left wing. Wide open, couldn't capitalize.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Rain Man passes to Miller. Outside Artest. Passes it to Rain Man. From down low. And he crunks that one in. Rain Man's got his first points in this one.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
The screen from Brown. Here's the chosen one. Busted. No good that time either.
Right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Here's Rain Man. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Brown the pass to the chosen one. Beyond the arc. No luck. And Indiana will go the other way with it.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period. He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that.
Now here's Allen. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. The feed to Olynyk. Back to Allen. Here's Brown. Hibbert pulls it in.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
The Mayor passes to Raymond. Here's Artest. No good. Some solid defense from Brown. The Celtics have gone just 2 of 8 shooting so far, just 25%. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Here's the Mayor. Now the pass to Artest. Pulls from the top of the key. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Boston's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. The Indiana Pacers had a solid season last year, given they were without their star for most of it. They played well at home.
Yeah, even without Paul George, they were in contention. How about 23-18 at home, which is really a solid mark when you consider they didn't have their 2 best players from a season ago.
And so it's Indiana with it, following the three-pointer by Boston. And the officials have called the illegal screen right there. At this break in the action, we can show you the teams that had the most rebounds last season. The Pacers in 5th.
There's not a whole lot to complain about with these numbers. I mean, they made a commitment to rebounding last year, and it was obvious. It showed on a consistent basis. They put great effort into rebounding the ball last season.
The Pacers making a switch here. Hill's checked in.
You know, for the Pacers in their 23-18 home record, that was better than several teams that made the playoffs in the East. They were very tough at home at the defensive end of the floor.
Here's the Mayor, pick up by Hill. Here's the Mayor. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. The Mayor's got 5 points so far. Celtics leading by 3.
And the Pacers were 3rd in the league in field goal percentage against at home. Something about this crowd really drives the Pacers on the defensive end, even in a down year.
And it's the Pacers ball. And it's Miller penetrating. Pass to the Mayor. High, arcing shot.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
Here's Olynyk. Hibbert pulls it in.
And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball.
Hibbert with the screen. Easy layup after coming off the pick. 7 points for the Mayor.
That was Roy Hibbert getting in the way of the defense there.
Yeah, I think he just sees some things that can be improved and wants to get everybody back on the same page.
And usually that, to me, is a good use of the timeout. I mean, if there's something that he's noticed that can give his team a lift, I think he's got to try to take advantage of that.
Pacers trail by 3. The Mayor passes to Hill. Down low, Miller. Good. The assist goes to Hill.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control the team's transition.
14 feet away. Olynyk can't hit.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going in this quarter.
Here's the Mayor, defended by Allen. The Mayor passes to Hibbert. That puts them in the lead. Hibbert's got his first points of the night.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out. And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
And the trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg.
Now here's Olynyk. Three-pointer. That's good. A tough shooting night. He's 2 for 8 and looking for more.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Miller against Allen. Fires from deep. His second shot goes in, off to a good start. 2 for 2.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the quality of that three-point shot attempt right there, going at it the way they did, but it all worked out for him.
Dimes the pass to Brown. Great D that time from Artest.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
Here's the chosen one. Turned in an outstanding game against San Antonio. Outside Artest. Over to the left wing. Left block shot on the way. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Indiana shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. The great one comes in for Roy Hibbert, and it's red hot in for Miller. So Boston going with almost an entire new group. Lee's checked in for Olynyk. Barnes comes in for Brown. Whitey's checked in for Ray Allen. And it's Isaiah Thomas in for the chosen one. Now here is Hill. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. And watching Matt Barnes, he will do all the dirty work for you. He's an instigator. He's an agitator. And he's a team player, I think, at the core. And everywhere he's gone, you know, and he's played for a lot of teams, Greg, he's had that role.
It's a great point. I call him a glue guy. You know, he's not someone who's going to be a volume scorer or a smooth playmaker, but the game really is built on grit, diving for loose balls, taking charges, making hard fouls, you know, whatever it takes to help his team win. I like that line, antagonist. That's a very good way to describe him.
Here's the great one, following the three-pointer by Boston. Pass to the Mayor. Kicks it to Hill. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Well, for Jordan Hill, something wonderful happened to him last season. The breakthrough he'd been waiting for on his 6th year.
Yeah, Kevin, you know, it had to do, and I think correlated with him getting a chance to start games, and it blew up for him from there. Posted career-high averages across the board.
Big Cat, he's checked in for the Pacers.
Hey, getting back to Jordan Hill, everyone had been waiting for this. I mean, greater activity, more aggressiveness, and he puts up career highs in points, rebounds, and assists.
Now here's Barnes. A three-pointer, no good. Artest the pass to Red. Here's the floater, and the shot is good. Red Hot's got his second bucket.
On the topic of Jordan Hill, hey, there aren't many guys like him with his size who can move that well. He's entering the prime of his career right now. Will he continue to ascend, or will he be content with where he's at? Time will tell.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
Can't connect from 14 feet out.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass. That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They got to get more intense.
They set the pick. There's the pass to Big Cat. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. And here is Thomas. He had 16 points in the win against San Antonio.
The D cannot forget about him like that. He'll light you up big time.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Artest with the screen on Barnes. Hill up top. Astoretta. Passes it to the great one. Wide open. Jump shot is good. The great one's got his first points of the game. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team really able to jump ahead.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
And it's White missing. Red hot. The shot is off. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Pacers lead by 1. Stay with and Celtics head coach Brad Stevens lured away from a very sick.
The only hard part of that decision is leaving a place that you.
I wonder if Coach Brad Stevens feels like he's recruiting another college class with all those draft picks Boston is stockpiling.
Well, I don't know how he would address that question, but I do know he's feeling real good about his decision. I mean, taking the Celtics to the playoffs in just his second season. I mean, I think he's one of the bright coaching stars in the NBA today. It was the NBA's game and college basketball's loss when he moved on to the Celtics.
Well said. And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. And when you consider how the Pacers are doing, guys, what do you think?
You know what? They're dominating on the backboards. They have controlled the paint thus far.
Flexing their muscles down low, and they've limited second chances too, guys.
On the court for the Celtics, second quarter underway. We've got Isaiah Thomas. Olynyk is out there with David Lee. Then it's White, and it's...
And that's a punch to the jaw. This game as tight as it can be, and he pulls something off that we might not even see in the All-Star game, Kevin.
But, Clark, I don't know that he planned it out too far in advance. That was one of those things that just happened.
I think it was premeditated.
I really don't. I think that he's one of those guys that just plays off of instinct, and they don't mind him making those kinds of plays, even in a close game.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. And White kicks to Lee. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession.
How about a look at the Pacers and where they ranked in the NBA last season? 3rd in opponent field goal percentage, 4th in opponent points per game, and they also showed up in the top 5 in team rebound. That means everybody's doing their job on the board. This is a very strong... rebounding team.
And you mentioned their ranking in terms of opponent field goal percentage. Such an important stat. They did not give up the easy looks. You really had to work for whatever you got.
Boston making some changes. Allen comes in for White. And it's Rozier in for Thomas. Here's Rozier. Pass to Lee. And Hibbert with the block.
They are really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
The defensive backboard has been controlled. They have not allowed a lot of second chances. It's been about one and done for the most part. And I'm not talking about leaving college.
Yeah, I know you're not. That's a bunch of good rebounding taking place there, boy.
5 to shoot. Big Cat, the pass to Raymond. And Boston with the rebound. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Screen by Lee. Allen outside. And the pass to Rozier. To end the run. Boston again missing.
I love the anticipation defensively there to get into the perfect spot.
Hibbert with the screen. Takes the three. That's good. Big Cat's got his first 3 points of the game.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist number. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Now a timeout called by Boston. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Miller's checked in for Big Cat.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
That is good. That's 7 points for Roy Hibbert.
They've really flipped things around offensively.
Yeah, and anytime you can make more than half of your shots, you'll take that.
Lee gets the bucket. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Stevenson outside. No good. Good D by Lee.
You know, he can be a little hesitant near the rim. We saw it there. If the defense offers just a little bit of resistance, he doesn't take it up quite strong enough.
Nobody near Allen. A three-pointer off the mark. Indiana leading by 7. To the right side. Here's Rain Man. That's good, and it's Stevenson with the assist. 10 points for Rain Man.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
There's the pick. The screen from Brown. It's Allen on the wing. Pass to Rozier. Fires from the line. And the call will be against David Lee. That's foul number 2 for him. The Mayor is checked in for Indiana. The chosen one is checked in for Boston. Here's the Mayor. 9 points in the game so far. That's good, and that evens things out. 50-50. 4 of 8 shooting this game.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Here's Rozier. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Allen for the 3. Good.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Indiana leading by 8. The Celtics really seemed to get better as last season wore on too. GA finished the year looking very dangerous.
Kevin, with the Celtics, they were dynamite after the All-Star break. Had the second best record in the Eastern Conference post-All-Star.
There's the pick. Here's Rozier. Celtics passing it around. Here's Olynyk. Tries again, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Looking now at some numbers for Stevenson. Some last season stats for him. Averaged about 8 points a game, 4 assists, and 4 rebounds. And I think he can play even better. I mean, sometimes it's tough to get into a rhythm with limited minutes, but he has got to find a way.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's the reality. I mean, you don't get to pick your minutes, so you have to make the most of what you get.
Miller outside. Pass to Raymond. Fires from deep. And a great assist by Miller as that one goes in. And that's 13 points for Rain Man. Time call here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
And one bright note for the Pacers last season was the play of their bench. Adding Rodney Stuckey was a huge boost for them.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Brad Stevens had some words for his team over the break. He was intent on running the offense through dimes. When Coach addressed the guys in the huddle, his message was clear. Quote, he's who we want getting the bulk of the touches. He is who we want making our decisions. I'm sure Coach is hoping those changes turn the tide in this game and shrink the deficit before halftime. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Doris. The Pacers making a change here. Hill's checked in. And Stuckey led the charge for the Pacers bench, Greg, as you were talking about. But all around the reserves, Clark was fantastic on the Pacers.
Yes, third in the league at almost 41 points per game off the bench. First in the NBA in bench rebounding and top 10 in field goal percentage as a bench. No slowing him down. Just incredible numbers for the mayor. He has 11 points and 2 blocks.
And his offense has matched the defensive effort today. He's been really just one of the best players on both ends.
I don't know if you can say enough about the job he's been doing in all aspects of the game. I mean, stuff in the stat sheets when you look at it.
And the double clutch layup in that situation, that's just him playing to the crowd, guys.
The pass to the great one. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
My goodness, he sure can get off the ground.
One of the best in the business for sure. You're right.
I tell you what, he is an imposing finisher around the rim. He makes it look a little too easy.
And Miller with the block. On the wing, Miller. Got it. He's now 3 for 5 from the field.
Their prowess inside has been tremendous, guys. I mean, it's been no contest down on the low block.
And until the defense puts up a little more resistance, they ought to continue to pound them down low.
Here's the chosen one. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle. And that's held true in this one so far.
And Clark, their effort on the glass has given them the advantage, but it's also been the effort in general that's made a difference.
Here's Rozier. There's a good screen. Allen for the 3, and he gets it to go. Allen's got 9 points in the quarter.
And those are two teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
To the inside. Here's the mayor. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. Last season, the Celtics had a solid 19 and 22 road record, Clark. Not the 500 mark most teams want, but a very good effort from a young team, and no one really expected that.
Yeah, and you think about this team that's still growing and has a lot of youth. I mean, that kind of road record, very impressive. Their fans should be feeling pretty good about what the future holds with this group.
Red Hot, he's checked in for the Pacers. Barnes, he's checked in for Boston. Isaiah Thomas comes in for Rozier. To the wing right side, Barnes. It's rebounded by Indiana. The Mayor's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
And thinking back on the Celtics, on the road, their away record doesn't tell the whole story. They won their last 7 road games in that tremendous playoff push.
Here's the chosen one, covered by Miller. Good D by Miller.
Unfortunately, that's been the result for him over and over, guys. He just cannot find the bottom of the basket.
And the basket by Hill.
Another away-from-home note for the Celtics. They were 7-1 in road games against the rest of their division. Their road play was the driving factor as to why they made the playoffs.
Thomas passes to the chosen one. This one for 3. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Artest's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Out to the wing. Snatched away. Outside Thomas. Thomas, a screen on Miller. Here's the chosen one. And the 3 off target.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball. Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off. I like his aggressiveness here in the quarter. He's getting to the line much more than he did earlier.
Big Cat is checked in for Miller. And the Celtics also making a change. White, he's checked in for the chosen one. There's a screen. Outside Thomas. Pass to Dimes. Shot to stop the drought. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. And that's now 8 points for Dimes.
Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
The Mayor passes to Arjet and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. That one on Olynyk. Everyone knows about the Paul George injury from last year and how it affected the Pacers. He said almost the entire season, and there was no doubt they missed him.
Yeah, and when George came back, Kevin, the Pacers got hot, but they had to put him on a minute's limit. And it wasn't just George. The team as a whole had a lot of injuries during the course of the season.
Red Hotties checked in for Indiana. Pacers leading by 16. Just 5 to shoot. 13 feet away. The shot misses. Now Boston takes it the other way.
And, you know, as you said, the Pacers did have problems with injuries. The team roster missed 219 games due to injury. So compare that to the 69 games missed by the Pacers in 2014. Big difference.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
Yeah, I mean, test the hot hand. You're exactly right. I say let those triples fly.
Now, here's Thomas. He's got 9. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. They get it back, and so that brings the first half to a close. Pacers out in front, leading by 14. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Roy, what's been working out here in the first half for you guys?
We're limiting them to one shot, trying to get in their passing lanes, make everything tough for them on ball. If we keep this up, we'll be all right tonight.
Roy, great job in the first half. We'll see if you can sustain it. Guys, over to you.
Thank you, Doris, and we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
Halftime show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. For the Pacers, the first quarter was pretty even. They were able to squeeze ahead by the end of the period with just a 1-point lead. They just exploded in the second quarter, grabbing the momentum and running with it. Basket after basket, and they played stingy defense. Now they've got a halftime lead that's going to be very difficult to erase. And Kenny, what'd you think about what we saw from Indiana?
They're going right to the rim, finishing every chance they get. The D was helpless trying to stop them and beating them inside. I love the relentlessness and the aggressive style. This is how you impose your will on another team.
And Shaq, your thoughts on the Celtics?
Well, first of all, Ernie, they were atrocious on the boards. Getting tough on the glass has got to be the first thing they address. There is no way they can come back into the game unless they show more fight in the paint. If not, Ernie, they're going to be barbecue chicken.
And now, folks, it's just about time for the third quarter to begin. We will see you after the final buzzer.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. The Mayor having a dominant impact in this game.
Well, anytime you can get to the free throw line with that kind of consistency, that just makes every other facet of the game easy.
And, you know, they have to rotate the defensive assignment on him from now on just to avoid foul trouble on any one particular player, given how good he is at drawing fouls and how many fouls he's been drawing.
They've got red hot. Main man is out there with Roy Hibbert. Then there's the Mayor, and it's Miller in at the 2 spot. That's the Pacers 5. Brown wide open. He fired. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Indiana leading by 12. Hibbert inside. He's against Olynyk. Here's Rain Man. It's hauled in by Brown. Brown's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's the chosen one. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Well, you know, last season I thought the Celtics made some strong waves in the East. I mean, they kept fighting and fighting all season long, and they ended up in the playoffs because of that never-give-up attitude.
And for the Celtics, 28 of their 40 wins on the season came against the East. Not impressive, but it got the job done in a conference which could be had at times, obviously.
That's true, but what should be noted, Kevin, about the Celtics against the East is just how well they played against the Eastern Conference playoff teams.
Right.
I mean, against the East top 8, they shot a lot better and executed a lot better as well. So you can see them stepping up their game against the competition.
Brown outside. Clock at 4. Good on the triple. Brown's got 5 points in the quarter.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through.
Here's the Mayor. 16 points for him. The chosen one passes to Dimes. And the lead is down inside single digits. Dimes got 10 points in the game.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Dishes it to Artest. It's Hibbert with the drive. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
And guys, you might remember that he was not at his best from the foul line in their last outing.
Well, you know, whenever he got to the line, he just couldn't find the target. But nights like that do happen, even to the best of them. Yeah, that's a great asset to have, guys, for any team. Coming down the stretch in close games, you've got a guy who's confident and very good at the line. When he steps up there, you feel good about it.
And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. Let's pause to take a look at the teams that really made their opposing teams earn their points a season ago. The Pacers 4th.
You know, Kevin, the players in the league that worry about getting their numbers each night were often disappointed when playing this team last year. They were one of the best at opponents' points allowed per game. They set the bar pretty high for their defense this year.
Here's the Mayor. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It's going to be on David Lee. It was a tough battle down the stretch, but the Celtics were able to get back into the playoffs last year.
And kind of just hovering around all season, but give them credit. They fought their way in and spent only 1 year out of the postseason in their rebuild.
Allen passes to the chosen one. Lee dishes to Brown. Fires the 3, and that one's good. Brown's got 8 points.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
So timeout called here, the first for Indiana. Well, David Lee with the Golden State Warriors began his career with the New York Knicks. We're talking about him and his play, and it's sometimes hard to get a good compass on what kind of player he is.
Yeah, you know, he was drafted 30th when he came out and certainly played above that draft slot. Then when he re-upped for the 6 years, $80 million, people started to wonder if he was able to play to that value.
The chosen one passes throughout. Great open look there. 11 points in the game.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
And it's Hibbert, top of the key. Indiana moving the ball. Miller with a wide open look. Offensive rebound, Pacers. Passes to Raymond. Miller up on top. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Here's Brown. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
And getting back to David Lee, before the big contract, he was putting up some huge runs. I mean, he was the first Knick to go 30 and 20 in a game since the great Patrick Ewing. And he became the first NBA player to record at least 35 points, 20 rebounds, and 10 assists since Kareem back in 1976.
The Pacers making a switch here. Stevenson's checked in. Lee with the steal. Here's the chosen one, covered by Miller on the wing. Brown. And the pass to Dimes. Knocked away. It's blocked. And up the court come the Pacers on the break. They get it back. Here's the Mayor, and it's blocked by Brown. Here's the chosen one. He's guarded by Stevenson. Allen for the 3. Pacers with the rebound. Rain Man's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
And, you know, back to David Lee, we all know about his struggles with the Warriors, and many had written him off completely. But then at the end of last season, he showed that he still has the energy and skills to contribute if given minutes.
5 on the clock. He was all alone on that one. And that's 20 points for the Mayor.
First 3 of the half. Second of the game. Can he beat up?
Here's the chosen one. He has 6. Brown kicks to Lee. Pass to Dimes. Releases. Good for his 6th make in a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
Stevenson passes to Raymond. Here's the Mayor. And he hammers that one down right in the face of David Lee.
Sublime stuff, guys. Absolutely sublime.
Clarkie's going to start putting on a show now.
And that's usually how it goes. Once they get that lead, it's almost like they give him free reign.
And that replay is sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. And it was not a clean block. Whistle blows and a foul on the defender here. It's a shooting foul, so free throws will be coming up. The Celtics have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
And the second free throw, good.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive, Greg. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact, getting to the free throw line.
This shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game. Yeah, too many easy buckets coming from inside, and I think he wants to make that a point of emphasis.
I would certainly think so. I mean, if they keep giving up those kinds of easy looks inside, they'll be in big trouble.
Red Hot is checked in for the Mayor. Brown, right side. Shoots from the baseline. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
They've been the glass eaters today, guys. A ton of effort out of them down low.
It's been a difference maker for them in this game. That's what's put them in front.
Doubled by Lee. Here's Hibbert. And again, it's Indiana converting.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
Here's the screen. Over to the wing. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Well, let's take a look at where Boston ended up, Kevin, last year in the league rankings. 4th in assists, 8th in steals. And they were one of the top 10 teams in the league at scoring points off turnovers. I'd call them a very opportunistic team.
And from those assist numbers, you can see this was a very unselfish team. Their passing was really infectious and made them a tough team to defend.
The Great Ones checked in for Lance Stevenson. Feeds to Miller. To the paint. Here's Red out. A three-pointer off the mark. Celtics trail by 9. Here's Brown. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target. Brown's got 12 points in just the second half. For Indiana, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. Miller outside. To the paint. Here's Red Hot. He's guarded by Thomas. Unloads from 13. And it's Hibbert missing.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Outside Thomas. It's Allen on the wing. 11 points in the game. That's in, and the Pacer lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Brown.
He's found the rhythm here in the third quarter, Kevin, and his confidence is palpable. You can feel it. Everything he puts up from long range seems to be falling. Well, he took that defender head on and threw down the two-hander power jam.
Straight power there, guys.
You just got to love that determination.
Outside Thomas. Allen inside the three-point line. Misfires after coming off the pick.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
Celtics trail by 6. There's the dish to Brown. Here's Dimes. And Miller with the block. Here's Red Hot. Hibbert with the screen. Red Hot the pass to Hibbert. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It's going to be on David Lee.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
Hill, he's checked in for Indiana. Big Cat comes in for Miller, and then for Boston. Olenek, he's checked in for Lee. Barnes comes in for Brown. And it's wide in for Ray Allen. Dimes, the pass to Barnes. Hits the three-point Barnes. Barnes has got 6.
They've gotten a bunch of good looks and have been absolutely lethal from behind the three-point line.
Yeah, defensively, you have got to close out and contest. Even if it opens up some driving lanes, you can't give up those looks that often.
Passes it to Big Cat, the 10-footer. Rebound by Olenek. Olenek's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Barnes dishes to Thomas. There's the pass to Dimes. That's good. It's his 7th made basket in 14 tries.
Well, there's not a whole lot you can do about that move. That's just good offense. They were all over him, and he still managed to drain.
Hill, a screen on Thomas. The feed to Hibbert. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
And that one's good. 16 points for Dimes.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Hibbert with the screen. They set the pick. Pass to Red Hot. There's the triple. And that one's good. Red Hot's got 7 points.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Dimes, the pass to Olenek. Again, the Celtics good for 2. Clock management. This is where they can get a 2-for-1.
And, Kevin, every opportunity counts.
Here's Red Hot. Barnes grabs the miss. Celtics trail by 3. Inside, here's White. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. Thomas got 3 assists now in this one. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's the three, and the Pacers another three.
They've been splashing home those threes since halftime.
Market improvement in their shooting from what we saw to start the game.
He feeds it to White. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Shot, no good. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Pacers lead by 4. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the 4th quarter. Next. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the 4th quarter. Celtics trail by 4. Our 4th quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the floor for Boston, Dimes is out there with Allen. Then it's Olynyk. Then it's White. And it's the chosen one in at the point. Pacers shooting it pretty well, close to 50%. Passes it to Raymond. And it's White with the rebound.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions yet.
Here's Dimes. The Pacers pull it in. 17 points was their biggest margin. The pass to Big Cat. Tries it from 9. That one a little long. Celtics trail by 4. Pass to Dimes. Goes back up. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Talk about a terrific game for Dimes. He's got 12 rebounds and 2 steals. Whether it's making the tough pass or coming up with the steal, he's been able to do it.
You're right on with that. He's had a great feel, really, for his teammates as well as the opponent.
And to look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Pacers.
They've been penetrating with a certain amount of ease, guys, just as much in this half as the first.
It's been a hot shooting night for them, too. I mean, they've hit a lot of those mid-range jump shots.
Lance Stephenson's checked in for the Pacers. And a change for the Celtics. Brown's checked in. That misses, so he splits the free throw. Pacers leading by 3. Miller the pass to the main. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
And it's so tough to defend. He'll cross you over in a nanosecond. That move is next to unstoppable.
We've played just over 1 minute here in the 4th quarter. Here's Dimes. Brown outside. 5 to shoot. He kicks to Olynyk. A baseline J. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Artest's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Here's the nail. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. And now it's an 8-point Pacer lead.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
Brown against Stevenson. Here's the chosen one. Brown outside. And he's good on the 3-ball.
And they'll be counting on even more points from him. That's essential if they're going to pull this game out.
There's the pick. Miller against Allen. And it's Miller penetrating. Here's Artest. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Pacers lead by 7.
Just lazy defense on the glass there.
Well, nobody boxed out. Nobody put a body on anybody else. Things like that not only drive the coach crazy, that stuff gets under my skin.
Here's Dimes. The 17-footer goes down. Dimes got 19 points.
Big shot. As soon as he got an opening, boy, did he let it fly. Outside Artest. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk. That's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
Pacers leading by 7. Stevenson kicks to Artest. The Mayor passes to Artest. Plenty of daylight on that shot. Artest's got 6 points in the quarter.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
That's good.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
And the Pacers call time here.
And you can tell they're just a little out of sync. I think he just wants to get everybody back on the same page.
Yeah, I like this timeout, Greg. I think it's a good one because it looks like they need a minute to talk things through here.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
I was able to listen in on what Frank Vogel had to say to his team. He wants to make sure they stay assertive and aggressive on the offensive end, saying, I don't want to sit on this lead. Let's build on it and not give them a chance of coming back. Guys?
And thank you for that, Doris. The chosen one passes to Brown. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
What a performance. Let's look at the game for Brown. 18 points, and he's drained 4 3-pointers here as well.
And with more to come, you know, it wouldn't hurt to keep getting him the basketball.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
To the inside, pivots, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
How about that? Breaking out the Statue of Liberty from that dunk.
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yes, indeed.
Passes it to Dimes. There's the triple. Boston again missing. Indiana leading by 9. Artest the pass to Raymond. And again, it's Indiana converting.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Here's the chosen one. He dishes it to Olynyk. Buries it from 3-point range.
And really, the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
Miller outside. Kicks to Hibbert. And a great assist by Miller as that one goes in. Miller's got 3 assists tonight.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
It's Brown on the wing. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. The first free throw is good. And Brown drops them both. Indiana leading by 8. The Mayor passes to Hibbert. Brown against Artest, and that one's good.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
And really something that the defense has to address.
Pass to Brown. Shot clock at 5. Olenek the pass to Dimes. And that one is stuffed right through.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
Take a look at what Slim's been doing. He has 11 points and a couple of great-looking rejections. So far, 2 blocks.
Yeah, you know, he's had a great feel for their ball movement down low and for where to be when the shot's going up.
On the wing, Brown. Nice ball movement by Boston. Out that one, the Indiana lead has been cut down now to just 6 on the basket from Olenek.
He's putting on a commanding performance here. He's hit 2 3-pointers in each half now.
Here's the mayor. To the paint. Here's Hibbert. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
And that's exactly how they've gotten the lead right here.
He's hitting every in the fire.
And so it's Indiana with it. They'll be playing host to Miami for the next game. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Red Hot, he's checked in for Indiana. Thomas checked in for the Celtics. Dishes it to Olenek. Shot is no good. So the Pacers will take it the other way. Red Hot the pass to Raymond. Here's Red Hot. Feeds to Artest. Shoots the 3. Rebound by Olenek. Olenek's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Thomas passes to Dimes. Oh, good with the triple.
I'm shocked that he didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Miller kicks to Hibbert. Rebound by Olenek. Celtics trail by 6. Outside Thomas. And there's the pass to Dimes. Floats one up. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. Thomas got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Here's the screen. Red Hot the pass to Raymond. Second shot opportunity, and it's Hibbert laying it in. Hibbert's got 22.
Solid job by them on the glass here tonight. +8 in rebounds.
You know what? That rebound has always been a critical element of the game, and that's why they are now understanding how to win. And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
There's the dish to Miller. Pass to Redden. 6 to shoot. Charity strike shot. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
Wow, risky shot there size-wise, but the incredible skill that he possesses allows that one to go.
Well, the quick high release negated any height disadvantage he had right there.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blows.
And what a game for Thomas. He has 9 points, and what a game he's had passing the ball, too.
I love the fact that he plays for his teammates, really spreading the ball around, getting everyone involved.
That one is no good. Pacers leading by 5. There's Red Hot. And it's good. Through contact, it's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
There's the pick. Thomas dishes to Allen. There's the feed to Olynyk. He kicks it to Brown. Busted. No good that time either.
And that's not the best of shot selection there. The defense definitely won that possession.
Yeah, I think in that case you got to go elsewhere with the ball. You just can't rise up over the top of him when he's on you.
Can't get it to go. Good D by Thomas. Celtics trail by 7. Allen kicks to Thomas. He feeds it to Brown. Off target from outside. There's Red Hot. Pass it to Artest. 51 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Miller. Can't get it to go. So the Celtics will take it the other way.
It's going to be tough for him here, but maybe, just maybe, it's not over yet.
Cannot afford any empty possessions. They've got to recycle everything, partner.
Right through the knee for the layup.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Mahaney's checked in for Hibbert. Bill comes in for Rain Man. Lance Stevenson's checked in for Red Hot. And it's Big Cat in for Miller. Here's Big Cat. It's good from long range. And the Pacers lead by 12.
Terrific run to seal the deal.
Yeah, and now let's just keep an eye on how much longer they keep the foot on the accelerator.
There's 18 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Kept alive. Lead. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
Here's Big Cat. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, Clark, made the difference.
Well, you know, at this stage, you've got to defend your home floor, and they did that.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching. And now time to send it over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson for the postgame show.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, thank you. And now we get a chance to check out our Jordan Player of the Game. What are your thoughts, Kenny, on his game tonight?
He was relentless in the way he attacked tonight offensively. I love the way he constantly forced the hand of whoever was guarding him. The defender had to choose between letting him blow by him or then fouling him once he did blow by them. And those free throws turned into a lot of points.
I thought this performance he needed to deliver, Ernie. He needed this game. You look at how he's been playing recently, and this was huge for him to come out and have a great night. You can really tell a lot about a player how they break out of a slump. He responded exactly the way he needed to.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports Group,